is the first point of the very first game. Let's do it. Both these players have a tennis background, and it's showing. Technically wise, they're very gifted with their style of play, and it's showing. Those first 2 points, first 2 shots, one was a deep return, one was a deep third. So this is going to be good. Hey, good point though. Really good points. So first few points, I'm not seeing any patterns there that kind of differentiated our last match. So our last match, we saw Zoe Chung versus Kate against Mary Boss here. Nice. Bit of fortune favours the brave as always. That's okay on the last one there. I do think this is going to be a good one. The first 3 points, there hasn't been those kind of loose errors you see from most first, second round matches. Tough. Yeah, mentioning those kind of first round jitters. That wasn't necessarily a first round jitter. I think it's actually a pretty good lob. But typically from the first and second round, just seeing players make simple errors. And I don't think I'm going to see many here today in this game. This is going to be. I'm really looking forward to this. I actually watched the last point there, kind of in person. I've been watching the screen for most of it for timing reasons, but the level is already. It's very tight. This is going to be a good one. I'm looking forward to this one. Hope you guys are looking forward to it too. Beautiful pass. Beautiful pass. So I mentioned this with Leia and some other pros, how they are so balanced when they play. This is the ladies' side, but the men's side too. They're so balanced when they play. And Kaitlyn was beautifully balanced in that backhand drive. Good pressure. So guys, if you have any questions from me, again, my name is Willie, so I'm the Prince of Pickleball. DM me on there and I'll chat with you on there. Nice. Okay, some quick fire ones here. Ins and outs with these side outs here. This is going to be I keep saying it. The level's already pretty high from the first few points I've seen here. Not many simple errors. Yeah, good point. Now, I watched that one from kind of court side visually wise. Good drop, and a good drop from Kaitlyn there for the finish. So again, good points from the get-go. That's a nice pattern. I don't mind Kate's pattern there coming in from the deep cross and then deep line. It's a nice pattern that Kaitlyn did a good job of making the pass. The space is there, and she hit the space. So in that case, you can't be too upset with the outcome from Kate there. Good point. Again, good pressure. Good pressure applied from Kaitlyn there. Just making Kate miss. It's going to be hard to say. Kaitlyn. It's making her miss and making her hit the shot. Misses it, too good. If she makes it, still too good. Good slice. So question for you here, guys, if you're watching this. Kaitlyn there had a really nice slice approach. Is the slice dead in pickleball? Or next part of this encounter, it's 6-3 in favour of Kaitlyn Christian. Good point, good point. I like how Kate there, she used her cross deep, cross line, short ball come in. Didn't rush it in too much, but some really good ground strokes to kind of earn the shorter ball, and in this case, earn the mistake. That was a good bit of pickleball, that. Very impressed. One thing I'm seeing different right away here from court level and watching it in live is the pace is different in this game. We're hitting the ball much harder with more spin than the last one I watched. Beautiful. Great point. There's nothing wrong with that point. I'm not sure why Kate was so upset, probably because the score she's down, but that was a really nice point, really composed. Again, nothing wrong with that point, that pattern. Keep going with that. Yeah, the level here, guys, is impressive. Like, I play on the pro side. I think I was in the main draw this afternoon in the first round and lost. But in these quarterfinals levels that we are now, the level just kicks up a gear. And if you watch it in person, which you can, guys, by coming to see us at the PPA event here anytime this weekend, it's worth a watch. It's such a difference. Yeah, she's got to do more. She's got to do more. In that case, there, Kaitlyn just had control of the point. In theory, Kate Fahey, the one that's down the score right now, blonde on the far side, she had a chance to take control, but just Kaitlyn did a fantastic job of neutralizing that by putting her into a space she wasn't there for. That's the first real loose return I've seen from Kate there. That's the first loose one. The rest of the time she's been very good at picking her spots correctly. So it's going to happen at some point, but not the worst error, just it's going to happen at some point. Good return. Good pan. It all came from return there. Deep into that backhand corner, and then took control of the short ball and maintained pressure through good placement. Again, that's a better point from Kate there. I want to see her do more of that. Again, the level is so high, doing that over and over is so difficult, but I think if she can repeat that, she has a lot more success against Kaitlyn here. Yeah. Oh, bad miss. Like, it's the right place to miss for Kaitlyn now. Just got a little bit too overzealous with the placement. Good shot. That's just really pretty. Like, pattern-wise and skill-wise, it's just a really pretty visual there. Both of them didn't make a poor choice. Just that both did a really good job of applying pressure, and then eventually the higher ball finished. All right, here we go. So, 6-0. Good shot. Yeah, good shot. Mentioned earlier about Leia Jansen, excuse me, is that the bounce about a second before they are set before they hit the shot. And Kate, there was a prime example. Her body was set, hit the shot, and a great winner. Yeah. Last few points from Kaitlyn here. Just looking at what's going on is that obviously she's upset with that last point by the paddle kind of on the thigh there, but she's not coming in as often as she was before. Kate has done a really good job of neutralizing her ability to come forward from deeper ground strokes. Okay, so for example there, she came in, applied a bit more pressure, and it worked out in her favor. But there's always the right time to come forward when there's not. It's balancing that judgment is the hard part in singles. Yeah, but what did Kate do really well there? She kept Kaitlyn back. Kaitlyn couldn't advance forward. The depth of all her ground strokes were pretty deep. No rush to come forward at the wrong time and made Kaitlyn miss. Great point. And a good serve. So from playing on the pro level, guys, in my experience, is depth is so important in so many factors. Returns, serves, and in this case, it keeps people back from attacking you at the kitchen line. Next.
He says he was.
All right, guys, we're back here. Quick looking here, I just missed the first point. I apologize for that. So we are at 7-10. I was a side out because Kate was serving. I think Kate was on the wrong side. All been there, done that many times. Got the T-shirt to prove it. I really like that pattern. I like that pattern so much from Kate there. It's that deep, deep in. Zoe earlier, Zoe Chang did it early, great against Mary Barcia. Just that deep, deep in finish. Great point pattern there. Again, okay, so Kaitlyn came forward there. Kaitlyn came forward and took control. We've seen some more success recently with that pattern from Kaitlyn. It's just that, unfortunately, for Kaitlyn, Kate on the far side has done a really good job of keeping her back and stopping her from doing that. Good shot, good shot. It's the first time I've seen Kate come forward, actually. Not first time, but first time in a while where she's been up to the kitchen first rather than drive up and finish. That makes sense pattern-wise. It's a little different there. Didn't work out, unfortunately. It's a good shot. It's a good shot. I don't think Kaitlyn did anything poorly there. She hit a pretty good deep ball back into the baseline. Gave the shot to hit for Kate, but Kate hit a good ball. So. Yeah, good response. I mentioned earlier on that Kaitlyn has been more effective when she comes forward against Kate right now. And that last point proves that she's getting more points in her favor than not in her favor of the net. Yeah, bit of luck there, but same deal. Ball from Kate there, point in her favor. Yeah, well played. Man, I thought the point was over before, just on the quality of the ball hit. But the response from Kaitlyn was amazing. She got the ball back, and I was completely sussed that it was going to be not in her favor. So well played. Again, now it's 10-10. Who's going to take it here? This is where kind of the push comes to shove here. Really good. Really good. In this game, Kate has kind of been leading since maybe midway through she's been leading. And now suddenly you found that okay, Kate here is now under pressure. So it's an interesting kind of mental edge here, is that can Kaitlyn, now she's finally ahead, close it out, or will Kate still remain in charge? Yeah, it's really well played. Good margins, good placement, excuse me. Well done. That's not easy to do, especially when you're down and you've been leading the whole time. Not sure if the ball was called in or out. It's looking like the ball was called in, making it 11-11. Okay. Okay, this is the pressure. This is momentum shifting. Who can take it to 12 points here and take control? Good approach. A little bit of fortune there. Again, Kaitlyn has been more effective close, and Kate has been more effective waiting to come in and getting that nice balance. That's a prime example there where Kate came in a little earlier than she normally has done in this game, and unfortunately gave Kaitlyn a spot to hit. It's a balance. It's tough of choosing your moment when to come in, especially if the ball is deep like the last one was. This is going to be interesting. There we go again. Hope Kate's okay over there, but Kaitlyn came up more efficient when she's coming forward, applying the pressure onto Kate. And there's not much Kate can do about that. She came up at the right time, she got a short ball, maybe could have a deeper ground stroke. That's a maybe thing she could have had a bit more on, but honestly, it wasn't a bad play at all. You can see from Kate now, she's frustrated because she's not playing a bad game here. It's just that Kaitlyn's game just came forward and it worked out. Okay, then there's the game. Well played. All right, guys.
For game 2, this is Travis Rettenmeyer now taking over for Will, and we're going to see if Kate Fahey has the capacity, which I think we all know she does, to fight back after that game 1. Real tight game 1. Very differing styles. Kate's at the back, kind of blasting groundies, and Kaitlyn's using her athleticism moving forward. Nice pass there from Kaitlyn. If I'm Kate, I'll just say Fahey so we don't mix them up. If I'm Kate, I'm not, or I'm Fahey, I'm going backhand every time to Kaitlyn Christian. Her forehand's money. It's a great return from Fahey. Finally, she moves forward on the return, which I think is the right play. It's always a good play. Kaitlyn Christian is probably top 2 or 3 fastest girls out here, so to go behind her is very smart. And maybe she thinks she's going to keep going to the forehand to open up the backhand pass, but I legitimately have not seen Kaitlyn Christian hit a backhand yet. Fahey looks kind of irritable at the moment. See what that changes. Great point. Great rally. Kaitlyn Christian's pretty solid up there at net as well, covering the net very well. So 0-2 here, game 2.
0-2.
Fahey gets away with that one, but I don't like that play for her too often. To let Kaitlyn come in on that third and take advantage of the point. Not a big fan of that. I don't think that'll work in her favor for too long, particularly on this court. These courts are bouncing very low. It's going to favor the person at net. Hey, Rafa.
What's up? Yeah, I'll commentate with you, baby.
Welcome, Rafa Hewitt, to the stage. Ooh, that's athletic right there. That was wide.
It was.
That's 2 on
Okay,
that side.
Kate. You talk a little bit about the bounces?
Huh? Yeah, I did. Well, I said that Fahey's staying back on a lot of her returns, which I think on a normal court in the female game is fine, but on this court, I feel like you got to get in because the ball's bouncing so low.
Correct.
And every now and then skipping a little bit.
And it's slower, I would say, compared to most courts. So there's more passing shots down the line today than there are going cross court.
That makes sense. Fahey.
Good.
Yeah, so good run by him. Unfortunate for you, but that's Pickle. It's a great play. Yeah, that's smooth there from Kaitlyn Christian. On this court in particular, that little drop volley is going to be a good play just because it doesn't bounce so much. So the girl comes up and she doesn't have a lot of options.
That's filthy.
Would you say that Kaitlyn Christian is the most athletic female in this, or who do you put as comparable?
I'd put her right up there. I mean, she moves so well. I think she slides probably the best on the tour.
Yeah, for sure.
On the women's side.
Hard to get her to hit a backhand, too. Like, I literally haven't seen her hit a backhand pass yet.
No.
She's kind of playing like a Tyson style with the serve forehand only.
Moves very well on the court.
Yeah.
2-4.
What's your reason why she hasn't done better yet in doubles or in mixed?
I think it's still, she hasn't transitioned into more compact strokes. Like, I think goes for too big shots, and at the kitchen she's still like letting the ball bounce and not taking the balls out of the air.
Okay.
On the women's side, you know the ball's coming to you. You don't need to come off that line. Stay on that line, and I would say maybe dink a little bit more up the line rather than trying to go cross court.
I think she doesn't roll the volleys very comfortably yet either. She doesn't snap it out of the air. She kind of tends to slice the volleys, almost old conventional tennis style. So maybe those adaptations haven't been made yet. It's a nice roll on the backhand. But we clearly see Fahey making an adjustment that now she's coming in on virtually every single return.
Just like that is 4-all.
Great play. It's so easy, isn't it? At times. Awful at others.
Teach me, please. Teach me.
I'll take a 2-y.
4-4.
Both these girls have open stance serves.
Yeah, what do you think about that? You think that's better? Or what do you use?
I'm closed, but
Closed too.
I mean, I feel like I can get more whip out of it, but I don't know. I think Tyson's open stance too, right, on a serve?
Yeah, I think he's like a semi. More, you know. But these girls are almost like
fully
parallel with the line.
Correct. I guess something I maybe need to try out. They're both doing pretty well.
Better than me.
Jeez, Kate. Jeez.
Not sure what the reaction's about there. Like, that was just something that should be made every time. Maybe she can enlighten us at some point. But I thought it was a pretty sick shot.
You watch that. She fully comes all the way through that on that serve, too.
Yeah.
She pushes all of her hips through.
Yeah, and that paddle she uses, we know talking about their service stances that are different than ours, and the amount of their shape that they're creating with their paddles. Fahey in particular is really bringing her right hip through the ball and snapping it off, and has a ton of shape on it.
Which is crazy to think, like, everybody uses the paddle that Fahey and Ben use in singles, and you have Kate over here playing with more of like I would say a doubles style paddle.
Yeah, the short one. It's weird. You know, Dayeski was using that too with the Proton Series 1 for a long time. It's interesting. Like, the shape is good around the net, obviously, because her hands speed up. But yeah, for ripping groundies, I wouldn't think so in singles.
Correct. Not as big of a. I mean, it has a big sweet spot, but not the extent on going for the rope shots.
Right. That's going way long.
It's like that. Like, so I see, like, on her backhand, it's almost like a slap shot rather than bending it.
Yeah, she's very flat on the backhand. Doesn't get a lot of shape on it, but I don't think she's intending to.
No.
I think she just wants to line right through it, almost like a Medvedev style backhand. That's beautiful.
That is filthy.
So last 2 points for whatever reason. Fahey, I mean, great serves, but has not come forward on her return. Again, I don't think that's the strategy here. I think she's got to put pressure on Kaitlyn's passes.
I think she wasn't sure if that serve was in or out and made her second guess her next shot.
That's better. Comes in again. Yeah. Not nearly as good of a serve, but made Kaitlyn hit a backhand pass. That's where Fahey wants to be, at the net with Kaitlyn Christian hitting backhand passes.
For sure.
How you do that sometimes? Like, well, what's the logic of staying back?
I mean, I feel like if I'm feeling good on passing shots, I feel like I can out pass you. I don't want to come in and I'm playing somebody like a Kwandong that does really well on passing shots, or even like a Federico. Like, passing shots are so well. Line, sit line.
Make her hit that inside out.
There's
Tough
that bounce.
there, yeah. But Fahey wasn't going to come in on that one either. So we're at 9-8, serving 8-9.
Big serve.
Heavy.
Again in the back corner.
Ooh, butches that one. That was a beautiful
Great setup.
Great setup coming in, but you're right, Ref. She doesn't want to take that line. She hooked it cross.
Yeah.
She likes to curl that ball. Yes, no problem. Fahey a little tight with the forehand there. Big points. She got into a good position. That's the danger with that wide serve for Kaitlyn. If she doesn't get it kind of in a great spot, she's going to hit a backhand pass on the next one, and that's not what she wants to be doing. So that was a good return from Fahey. Now you got to be simple here with your technique and with your strategy, because every time it gets this close, you're going to start to get a little tight.
The cut.
Ooh, dirty right there.
You don't see that very often anymore.
Not in the women's game, that's for sure. A little bit in the men's, but even less there. People rotate it so
It used to be big. The one guy that still does it is Tyson McGuffin.
Yeah.
Cut returns.
He has no choice.
Yeah, on the backhand. No, still that flat ball. The thing is, that's a great shot, but in today, what we're playing on, the ball's not coming up. You have to bend your knees. Got to get low.
You got to shape it a little bit.
Yes.
So she's very uncomfortable for her right now. I almost feel like she'd rather hit forehand, which is not usual for her.
I was in the same position. I was hitting forehands more than I would have liked to hit backhands, and I love my backhand.
Your backhand's much better. Interesting to me that Kaitlyn Christian isn't trying a little bit more aggressively off that to get a forehand. Her percentages when she hits a backhand on the third are not good.
Are we going extra innings?
Oh. Interesting.
Then there she goes off the court into the carpet. It's so hard to get back into the court. Once you come off that court, there's some carpet.
That's the beauty about being 41, Raph. I don't move out to the carpet ever. It's quick, baby. Oh, no. I feel like there's a lot of tension between these two for whatever reason at the moment, whether it's just the situation or if there's some previous history.
I think they've had some tight matches throughout the season, which it looks like it right now.
There's
I mean, 13, 11, 10, 8.
Yep.
This is what we want. That's that backhand again. I'm telling you, it's not coming up. It's right there in her strike zone. It's just
not contact, probably 6 inches below the net.
Bend that knee.
Yep.
If I was Coach Hayden right now, that's what I'd be telling her. Take your time. Don't rush coming in. Get low.
It's a good call.
There you go. Same thing. It's almost like it's like a rocket. It's going up rather than dipping down.
No, it's either straight or almost has a little underspin on it. It's definitely not shaped like a standard topspin backhand. I'd be curious what her tennis backhand was, but I'd wager very strongly that it was a firm, flat bunt.
Good. There's the line passing shot.
See, but from my view, she's been hooking that cross almost every time, so it's a great pass under that circumstance.
Oh, it's no bounce. Still gets it though. Big ball, big ball.
That's gotta hurt a little bit.
No joke. But I tell you what, that way to stay low on that.
Yeah, that was a tough bounce, and she reacted really well.
There she goes.
Definitely got under that one a little bit more. Gave her a little more height. Got to give your opponent a chance to miss.
Correct. Big serve.
Ooh,
big serve. Put her in the corner.
Heavy.
She couldn't get around it enough to hit her forehand. That's exactly where you want that ball.
Yeah,
I'd go there again. I'd even serve T right here.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking T again. Yeah, make her make the move.
Make her move and miss just by moving. There it is. Did she get the setup? She does.
The official ball of the PPA Tour.
Yeah, don't hit me, I'ma fall like face it. None of y'all can stop me saying what we like face it. Settle down, you know I'm the one doing face it. None of y'all can stop me saying what we like. Yeah, face it. Yeah, face it. Face it.
Climate, we're great. There's no wind, no sun.
Saying in indoors in general.
Indoors in general.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Just we got to figure out. We haven't figured out how to build a court surface to go on concrete yet.
It's very challenging. But indoor pickleball is where it'll hopefully we'll all end up, because there's no sport on the planet where the wind has more of an effect. All right, 0-0. Good first point.
That's a slap. Okay.
Very, very evenly contested here. You know, just interesting. Their skill sets are so different, but they align pretty well. Oof.
Liner.
I did not like that. Kaitlyn's got to get in.
She's got to come in.
Got to get in. You don't.
She had a couple opportunities, and then she second guessed it.
Or I think there's just a little tension. She should be coming in every time.
Kate's slapping the serve too, though.
Yep.
That's big. Go back.
Well, it's good volleys, but it's kind of what I was stating earlier. Kaitlyn, both those volleys are slices. You know, she's got to learn to roll that a little bit.
Correct.
That transition, if she can just add that element, will help her so much. She'll be able to stay in control.
Well, you want to stay squared out there when you're hitting a volley. When she's hitting a volley, she's almost having a 360 all the way back.
Well, yeah, but I mean her paddle face angle though, she really hits like a standard tennis volley. When she has time, she should be able to roll the ball, you know, a la Hayden Patrick-Quinn or Ben John. She should be able to roll it a little bit. To me, it looks like more like a bunt.
Kate is just slapping this ball right now.
Yeah,
she's getting great looks.
I think Kaitlyn's got to make her volley there, don't you? Like, instead of going for that outright pass, let's see how well she volleys. Just go middle.
2-0.
Short serve brings her in.
Boy, she's really made the adjustment around. Her backhand's picked up here in the last 2 or 3 minutes. She's dropping those knees like you stated and kind of hitting up on it a little bit more. She hasn't missed a backhand.
See where she serves this. She goes out wide. She does. Goes back.
Nice. The backhand passes are letting her down at the moment.
Now, do you ever do that? Do you ever
slap myself?
Slap yourself?
I do. Usually my calf. I actually broke a paddle like that one time off the quad.
I remember Tyson broke one on his knee.
I think her paddle angle is above the wrist. I think it's very high.
Yeah, I see it now.
And
the thing is,
though, that picture there, I think that one was a little lower, so I would give her that one. But I think there are some, particularly when she's going wide, paddle angle above the wrist. Yep, it was safe. Let's see when she goes wide, not inside out, because her inside out, her wrist is dropping. When she's going from the right side to the forehand corner, that's where she's very, very high.
Just out.
Just long.
Just out. But I like her going for that.
No, she seems to have a lot of gumption.
Yeah.
Very willing to back herself.
That's what you want, though, out here. You want to be hungry. You want to go for your shots, and that's what I love about Kate. Like her style out here, she's so fiery. That's what we need in the sport. We have to have that in the crowd. Let's get the crowd up and going too.
We need more.
This is not tennis. This is pickle.
Yep.
What the heck was that?
I got to give a golf clap for that one. That's a nice little carve right there.
So there's that cut volley. That's like the Fahey style backhand volley, right?
Yes. It's closer. See?
Comes
That's a
in,
nice
takes
play.
it out of the air.
There she uses that nice one-step athletic move that, you know, Kaitlyn Christian is kind of known for out here.
3-5.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I see a timeout coming soon. That's 4 straight points. No, we're gonna write it. We're gonna write
Pretty
it.
close, though, don't you think? Pretty close? Huh? Come on, man. We're transparent out here.
Okay, that's big. Kate going corner to corner and coming in.
That's what she's got to keep doing. I feel like she's having a lot more success coming forward
Correct.
than when she's staying back.
Yeah.
It just invites Kaitlyn Christian
Well,
to move in. She
Kate's
wants
got a
to be
great
in.
reach, too. She's got a great wingspan.
Uh-oh.
Get out of here.
Oh,
Get
my
out of
goodness.
here.
Had it.
Kate saves the dang timeout and comes on over to 6-4.
6-4 at the switch. Great point there by both girls.
What I say?
No, she's definitely got more of a shove. Like the right hand's very dominant relative to some.
Right.
All right, so 6-4 here, Fahey. Great return. Ooh,
Just like that. You see how long she cooked that thing?
that thing is beautiful. That's a dart.
7-4.
That's a big serve. Yeah.
Oh, that's a great pass. Uh-oh. Trouble.
There's got to be a
That's great point
timeout.
right there. Yeah, you got to bring it. Those are two of the best points that Fahey's played.
There's no timeout.
None left?
Sounds like me. No, she's got timeouts,
yeah,
but
she's got to.
she's like me. We don't call timeouts.
Oh, well. Me, you, and anyone else that doesn't, not that sharp.
Correct.
I'm not a big fan of the timeouts in general. I don't think they should be a part of it. But with that said, they are. So you should be using them.
There's a timeout now.
There's a timeout now. Over and over and over.
Get her in that corner again. There it is.
Got a chip return and just laces it.
Look at the shape.
Oh my! That's
No,
just
she
dirty.
did not.
I was almost
that
certain that was
stay
going cross. Curled the inside edge there and just nubbed it line.
Call that the Yola.
Call that the bender. Great volley.
She gets it. That's a bounce.
Trouble. Wow.
That's a smooth volley right there. That's
Very.
just that's a perfect little punch.
But boy, Fahey hasn't missed a backhand in a long time.
4-10.
As you say that.
Uh-oh.
Point.
I feel a little run coming, Raf. I feel like we're getting to get to at least 8-10 here. It's always tough to close it out. Maybe a little tension sneaking in. So 5-10.
10.
Oh,
There's that turnaround
I don't think
volley.
that's going in, though.
No,
do you?
it's out, but it's so tough. It's like, do you hit it? Do you not hit it?
But you're right. She does that 360 volley way too often. Way too often.
Just stay squared. And that's the thing. Is those are probably going out if you're doing that.
Yeah, it's possible. Maybe your body's a little more in control. Oh, what a pass.
Just
and
like
Fahey
that.
wins 11-5 game